Welcome home, family and fellow citizens of the African Order. I'm here with another video. Initially, I was going to do this video about George Floyd based on the fact that the mayor of Minneapolis was puzzled as to why the officer responsible for his death had not yet been arrested. But before I got a chance to do it, they did arrest this guy today. And they charged him with, I think, third-degree murder, which to me is 2 degrees less than what they should have charged him. This should have been a first-degree murder charge, plain and simple. But I'm going to do this video as if they hadn't arrested him yet because of the actions of the mayor. That was so profound to me. It was puzzling how he looked so somber, like he was just absolutely powerless as to why this guy had not been arrested yet. You're the mayor. The first thing you do as mayor is you select your deputy mayor and you select your police chief. He's in charge of the police department. If this officer did something that warned him to be fired, and you thought it was so egregious that he should also be put in jail, why are you asking the media why isn't he locked up? Tell your police chief to lock his butt up, and then let the courts decide his fate. They'll let you know whether it's just or unjust. But see, blacks in this country, we don't get a chance to go to court. They arrest, judge, and execute us right there on the street. And then now that they announced that they had arrested this man and then give him third degree, so if he's getting third degree murder, what are the other 3 officers that just sat there and did nothing? What are they going to get? None of them should be allowed to see the light of day again. The thing that bothers me is how difficult it is for whites to police their own. How they got to dot every I and cross every T. You know, they want us to feel grateful that it only took 4 or 5 days to arrest this guy. Usually for the police department to arrest their own, it would take months. So I guess we're supposed to be happy about this. When the preponderance of the evidence, I don't care what the video show, all I'm focusing on is the way this man had his knee on George Floyd's neck. You could see him sitting there with his hand in his pocket, and as George is struggling to readjust his neck to try to get some air, he's adjusting with him. He's moving his knee, making sure he keep that pressure on his neck. You hear the man begging, please, please, and he's having a conversation with him. Talking about something, get up, all while his hand is in his pocket. This is so, just the casual way that he's doing this. It's like he's waiting on something. And what he's waiting on is he wait on this guy to stop moving. And everybody else, see, you look at baseball, you look at football, look at any sport. Whatever you do, you got some type of internal clock going on in your head. If you're a child and you're sneaking cookies or sneaking something out of, you got an internal clock. I only got so much time to do this. A quarterback in the pocket, you can sit back and you can look downfield all you want, but you got an internal clock going on inside your head. A basketball player, you dribbling that ball, you focusing on the guy that's defending you, but you got a clock going on inside your head. You only got so much time to react, till you have to initiate some type of movement. This man sat on this guy's neck for almost 9 minutes after he had already been handcuffed 4 minutes before he even got there. What type of internal clock was this guy working on that you could sit there with your hand in the pocket as if you got all day? Arrest this guy, whether you think it's just or not. And I want this guy to go to court, and I want you to tell a judge just to explain your action, why you were on this man's neck for that period of time. What was your intention? I don't care what happened before that. I don't care what happened after that. While your knee was on this man's neck and your hand in his pocket, and I can see you in the video adjusting as he adjusts. He's rolling, he got the man's knee is on his neck. He's adjusting his neck, trying to breathe, and you see him just, it was the most insensitive, satanic thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And now this man's daughter get to watch this over and over again on social media. This is bad, but also I hope that she see this and it makes her see these people for who they truly are. When I was younger and I would try to learn the Bible, and they would reference people today according to the Bible. And I'm like, well, how do you know these are the people that the Bible is referring to? And you start talking about the attributes that they portrayed in biblical days, and you can see the same characteristics in these people today, or the region of area they stayed at. It may have been called this then, but it's called this now. And when you track the history, this tells you these are the same people. Okay, fine. When I see a man placing a knee on another man's neck that's already handcuffed, adjusting his body as the man adjusts, trying to breathe. When I hear the man begging, I can't breathe, please, and the man is having a conversation with him, get up, get up. But you see, you have no intention on letting this guy get up. I see this guy for who he is today based on the behavior I read in the Bible. And this is nothing but the devil himself. I will never from this point on refer to whites as a devil. I refer to them from this point on as the devil. This is the devil that the Bible talks about. When you have this man's child looking at this every day, and then you have these devils actually protesting with blacks. Nothing, that is so idiotic. I don't know. I don't understand the rationale behind that whatsoever. What do you look to accomplish working with these devils, protesting the actions of another devil? All this does is put false hope into our people, and it removes you, or removes the mindset of you doing for yourself out of your head. It's out of the equation. And then when you ask yourself, how is this going on? How does this continue to happen? Because every time something like this happens, you align yourself with the devil, And instead of you taking control over your way of life, you hand it right back off to the next devil. And it's because you have no authority over your way of life are they able to do this. They can touch you any way they want to because you own and control nothing about your way of life. You don't control the way your health. You don't control your education. You don't control your food. You don't control you willfully work and help other people live better lives by working for them to provide the same things for you. What sense did that make? You are spending $1.3 trillion into this economy, but you don't shift none of that money towards manufacturing things, goods, and services that you could consume yourself. And you wonder why this keeps happening. Because when you go to negotiate with these people for better pay, you don't have no leverage to work for or to work with. Because everything you get from them. And they determine what you're gonna get. And if they can determine what you're gonna get, they can determine how they're gonna treat you. And until we get it in our heads to govern our own affairs, they're going to be able to treat us any way they want to. I'm going to end this video but before I do, let me say this. It's about leverage and getting what you want and having some say in getting what you want. Let's say you were going house shopping and you and your wife and your wife and the agent walk into the home and your wife is just, oh, this is beautiful. Oh, look at this view. Oh, look at this kitchen. In that agent's mind, I got him. He is not going to be able to talk me down on my asking price because your wife is taking away all your leverage. Because as soon as you haggle and I say, well, I have some other people that I could show this property to, she's going to stop you. Baby, just buy it. Please, we can't lose this house. You lost all hopes of bargaining, of negotiating in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Until that agent realize or believe that you can take your business somewhere else, they will not negotiate with you. So the next time you want to protest, the next time you want to march, if you don't first build an alternative to say this is where we could take our dollars to, if we don't get what we want here, we can do this over here, you have no bargaining chip. You have no negotiation. You have to accept whatever they give you. Stop working against your own best interest. Build an alternative to whatever we need to sustain our way of life. That's the only way this is going to change. And then sever your connection with this devil once and for all. I'm in this video here, and with this video and all my videos, it is for the complete liberation of my people. I'll see you in my next video. Ashe.